All right, I'm ready for it. All right, thanks. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Midwest Motorsports 2021 Cup Series, Season 2. It's race number 16 of our regular season, and it'll be the regular season finale. Coming to you from virtual Talladega Super Speedway, the 2.66 mile tri-oval. It's 82 degrees Fahrenheit, a balmy, warm Alabama day with 46% humidity. Hope you can breathe out there. It's partly cloudy, at least, with some winds of 9 miles an hour. And here we've got a couple of stories coming into this season, this regular season finale. And it's the race for the chase. 12 drivers will make the chase. And right now, between the 6th and 13th positions in the standings, they're all separated by just 42 points. So between those 7 drivers, one of them is not going to make the chase tonight. And they'll have to go through a hectic Talladega race to find out whether they're going to make it. We also have a tight battle for the championship. Matt Dyer, the winningest driver here in the series this season, 5 checkered flags. In fact, won all 5 of his races in 6 events. He's your points leader by 21 points over Carl Lindstrom in the number 83. So Lindstrom, who has won 3 races this season, including the season opener at Daytona, is able to take away the regular season championship here today, but he'll have to have a great run and a little bit of luck as Dyer comes in with that 21-point lead. And with that lead, Dyer should be able to clinch a spot, or to clinch the regular season championship by finishing just 14th or better, and that's without any bonus points. So we'll keep an eye on the race for the chase and the bubble, and we'll also keep an eye on the regular season championship. And another one of my things to watch is I'm going to keep an eye on number 95, John Groh. He's just made 3 starts here so far, but they've been the last 3 races, and he's gone out and won 2 of those events. So 2 for 3, great record for Mr. Groh in that 95 with the John Deere livery. So let's take a look through some of the drivers who are going to be fighting on the bubble. So the first 5 drivers have all locked themselves into the chase. The aforementioned, the 99, Matt Dyer, with 5 victories this season, but he hasn't won in a month and a half since December the 19th at Martinsville. However, he's the only driver to finish with a top 10 in every one of the races up to this point. So he's your points leader, closely followed by Carl Lindstrom with his 3 wins at Daytona, Indy, and right here in Phoenix, Arizona, where I'm currently broadcasting to you from. Third in the points is Eric Thaler. He's the owner and operator of Midwest Motorsports, this racing league, and he went out and got his first win of the season last weekend at the Roval, and he scored maximum points. Means he led the most laps, won the pole. He was perfect last week, dominated the race. So that puts him third in the points. And fourth is the number 88 of Anthony Castor. He's had 8 top 5s this season, and he'll be fighting with Thaler for the 3rd spot. And 5th, the last person who's locked themselves into the chase is the number 29, Jason Huffman. And Huffman has been Mr. Consistency this season. In 5th in points, he's the best ranked driver without a top 5 finish this season. But his 10 top 10s have put him into the chase as a locked-in driver. He doesn't have to worry about the Talladega big one. So now we're getting to the drivers who are fighting to stay in. Starting with 6th place in points is the number 31 of Brent Brevak. He's 33 points above the cut line coming in. He won in round 2 of the season at Atlanta. And by my math, he needs to finish 25th today to clinch a spot in the chase. In 7th is the number 27 of John Bates. 32 points above the cut line, so he can clinch by finishing 24th. And 8th. And here's an intriguing development here today. Robert Gast in the number 87 will not be starting the event, so 8th in points, but he won't score any points at all today, which could give the drivers behind him a chance to move up. Now here's our starting lineup. In 1st is Josh Bates in the 27, and Ben Litherland in 2nd on the outside row. He's your defending champion of the series. He won 7 races last season, but he hasn't won any races yet this year, and he sits right on the cutoff line, 12th in the points. He is 9 points ahead of the 13th place driver, Chris Thaler, in car number 7, who's going to start in 3rd spot right behind him. And then we have Bowles in 4th spot, Anderson in 5th, and Huffman in 6th. I'm going to continue going through these standings. Again, in 8th spot was Robert Gast, but since he's not attending, the drivers after him will have a good shot to pass him up. Starting with 9th spot is number 18, Joshua Anderson. He can clinch by finishing 18th today. And then 10th, 22 points above the cutoff line, is the 96 of Brandon Zandano. 11th is James Bowles in the 85 car. He is only 11 points above the cutoff line. So to clinch, he would need to finish 3rd or better. And he starts in the 4th spot today, so a good opportunity for him. He'll look to get out front and stay there. And then on the line at the cutoff in the number 86 is your defending champion, Ben Litherland. And he can't clinch, but as long as he finishes within 9 positions of Chris Thaler, and without counting any bonus points, then Litherland should be able to stay in the top 12. And finally, outside looking in is the number 7, Chris Thaler. He is 9 points below the cutoff, and he wants to join his son Eric in the field for the chase. So they're coming down the backstretch. Lights are off on the pace car. And we're gonna get going here in Talladega. So once again, the inside line on the pole is John Bates in the 27. That'll earn him a bonus point, which should help him on his quest to make the chase from 7th in points right now. So now that he's got that bonus point in his pocket, he should be able to clinch by just finishing 25th or better. All right, the Mustang pace car is peeling off, and Bates is leading them down to the line alongside of Ben Litherland. And remember, the starting line is all the way down here, past the tri-oval, about halfway to turn 1. So here they come to the green flag, and the flagman's waving it. And we're live. Bates is going to jump out into the early lead. He's followed closely by Thaler, who's running a black and blue and white scheme in the 7 this week. Litherland, who is outside still in the 3rd spot. Down the backstretch, they're starting to sort into 2 rows. Big jump to the outside from Carl Lindstrom in the 83. Looks like it's going to cost him. He's going to fall back into the line, 7th spot. Side by side up here near the front, it's Bates and Thaler. Thaler's going to back off. And rounding through the tri-oval for the first time. And Bates is going to lead him across the line for lap 1. That'll earn him another bonus point to help push him into the chase. But here comes Ben Litherland in the 86. And your defending champion is going to take the lead. Oh, a car squirrely in the back of the field and into the wall, and one way down in the infield. Couldn't catch which cars those were, but a bright yellow. Looks like everybody's going to keep going. Here comes the inside line. Oh, we got a crash in the back of the field.
Caution.
And the yellow flag's going to come out, and that's the car number 3. All right. A crash here early at Talladega, and here's the car number 3 going around. That's Race Clark in the 3. That beautiful Dale Earnhardt throwback scheme. Excuse me, that's Chris Simmons in this car labeled number 3. And was that the 15 of Thaler going by slow on the inside? Thaler, your most recent race winner. Here's the 18 car of Joshua Anderson, slow on the backstretch. So at the point is Ben Litherland in the 86. He is the winningest driver in Midwest Motorsports history, which is just one complete season and these first 14 points races of this season. But again, winless here this 2021 season. And Litherland's going to come into the pits, it looks like. From the lead, he'll pit. And it looks like the 6th car in line is going to be the next one to peel off. So that's going to hand the lead over to Huffman, and then followed by Bates, Lindstrom, Thaler, and the field. So 3 laps now complete at Talladega. Gonna keep an eye on Carl Lindstrom here today. He was your winner of the season opener, the Daytona 500. And he sits 2nd in points. He's trying to pass Matt Dyer to win the regular season championship. Earn himself a couple more playoff points. And I'm gonna keep a particular eye on Lindstrom because I feel he's won at 2 of the most similar tracks to this one. Daytona, of course, very similar to Talladega as former restrictor plate tracks. And also a winner this season, Lindstrom was at Indy. One of the other very large tracks, very fast tracks. So I'll keep an eye on Lindstrom. He knows how to use power to his advantage. So far been a great race for Huffman, 5th in points. And we've seen John Bates running up front from 7th in points. And crucial for Ben Litherland to have strong showing to try to stay inside the cutoff. Again, Huffman, no top 5s this season, but locked in 5th in points. Currently your leader. Picking up some extra points, he hopes, for leading the most laps.
Mic on.
Alright, the lights are out on the pace car. That means we've got one more lap to go back to green. So we'll go green to start lap 6 of 75 here at Talladega. So a 200-miler here. Now we do run half fuel and tires, so we'll see some pit stops here in this race. So again, it'll be the 29 of Huffman on the inside of the front row. Bates in the 27 on the outside. Then Lindstrom and Thaler in row 2. The Andersons in row 3. Napier, your points leader, Matt Dyer on the outside of row 4. And Dyer 5 race win. Can he make it 6 and break this long losing streak? Alright, so they work turn 3. These 33-degree banked corners at Talladega. If you've ever actually been to one of these tracks, Daytona, Talladega, it's impressive how steep they are. I've just made it to one race so far. I was at the 2012 Coke 0400. Tony Stewart won the race, and I got to sign the start-finish line. Alright, here comes our Ford Mustang pace car down into the pits. And Huffman is going to lead him down to the stripe. So Jason Huffman, the number 29, looking for his first top 5 of the season.
Ready, green flag.
Sees the green flag, and now we're racing again. Huffman's going to get a pretty good jump on the start. 2x2 for 3 rows behind him. Here comes the inside line with a good charge. Push Huffman along. So now single file for the first 4 cars. Excuse me, the first 3 as 45 gets to the inside. Ooh, little squirrely there, 4th and 5th spot. That was Bates in the 27, I think, and Thaler in the 7, and Napier in the 45 in the 6th spot. Matt Dyer, your points leader, and that black and red number 99 has entered the picture in the 7th spot. It looks like he's going to push Napier up to the outside, and they're going to go by Chris Thaler in the 7. Thaler on the outside looking in, trying to make the chase. 3-car breakaway at the front, but now getting arranged on the outside, led by Napier in that that monster car. So it's Huffman and Lindstrom at the points, followed by Anderson in the 28. Napier in the 45 climbs up to 4th, with now Dyer in the 99 up to 5th. Comes Bates on the inside with a charge, pushed by Thaler in the 7. John Crow, who I mentioned won 2 of the last 3 races, he's in that John Deere number 95. He's coming into the picture, 3 wide back there with him in the middle. At the front, Huffman's blocking, and he's going to get shuffled into the middle. Napier on the outside is going to go by, and Huffman's going to get shuffled all the way back. Now he's 5th, 6th. Napier takes the lead with Dyer right on his tail. 3rd spot belongs to Anderson in the 18, and Lindstrom is in 4th in the 83. 3 wide back here. Huffman still trapped in the middle, and that is just the loneliest place you can be at Talladega. He thinks about sliding in on the outside. He's going to finally get it done. So 4 cars lined up at the front. And then 5th place is Anthony Castor, and then Jason Bowles. Ooh, a car got into the wall near the back, and I think it was Huffman. Huffman scrapes the wall on the outside of the exit of turn 2, but I think he's going to keep rolling. Freight train at the front here. Castor, now that he's caught, up to Lindstrom. Peeking to the outside a little. Ducks back in. So the front pack includes all the way back to John Grow. 10 cars here, and Grow's gone to the outside. And now he's going to take along the 28 of Anderson. No, Anderson ducks back to the inside. Here comes Lindstrom, jumps to the outside. Anthony Castor's going to join him out there. So now we got 2 rows forming up near the front. Lindstrom wants to get up here and lead some laps. He sees his championship competitor, Dyer, just in front of him in the 2nd spot. And he's going to have to make up 21 points on Dyer if he wants to win the regular season championship. And here comes Lindstrom. It looks like he might get to the outside of Dyer. A little struggle hooking up between him and Castor on the outside. But here comes Dyer. Is going to get to the inside of Napier. And now it looks like Dyer is going to be your new leader. Napier in the 45. Gets stuck in the middle. He's going to pick the outside line when he gets a chance to line back up. So Lindstrom now strong on the outside, looking to take the lead away from Matt Dyer. But that bottom gets more organized, and they're pushing forward. John Grow in the 95. He's going to jump in front of Lindstrom. So Grow, one to keep an eye on. He's going to try a little side draft off of the back of Anderson in the 18. It looks like it's going to work for him, too. Here he comes. So now Grow closing up on the back quarter panel of Dyer.
Mic on.
Hoping to try a similar
Mic off.
side draft move. It's not there, but Grow is going to push by anyway with a great push from Lindstrom right on his bumper. And Grow is going to slot into the inside in front of Dyer now. So now your top 2 in points are side by side for a moment for the 2nd spot. It's John Grow in the 95. Don't call him a rookie. Leads him through the tri-oval. And across the start-finish line. And they're starting to sort into a line on the inside again. Lindstrom has stayed strong on the outside there, and Anthony Castor in the 88 is stuck right with him the whole way. They are committed, and now Napier, who was just leading a moment ago, As taking up the rear of that line. Whoa, almost an incident there as they're not quite locked up bumper to bumper. So now it's Groh in the front in the 95, Dyer in the 99, Anderson in the number 18. And then fourth spot is, I believe that's the number 85 of James Bowles. Yes, that's correct. Here we are on board with James Bowles in the 85. Bowles running up here in the top 5. Just ahead of him is Anderson in the number 18. It's Joshua Anderson, also one of those drivers fighting for a chase spot here today. So Bowles here. And this is off the back of John Groh, looking back at your points leader, Matthew Dyer in the 99. Good looking snap-on Mustang, and it's looked great in victory lane 5 times this season. And now he pushes John Groh around the inside of turn 2. Outside line is forming up here in the front pack, and we got a second pack back here, led by the 7 of Chris Thaler. Again, the driver on the outside trying to make it into the chase. See his son Eric Thaler in the number 15 back here. It's got the Motorcraft livery on it. So Thaler, that's Chris Thaler, the 7. Still on the outside, and he's going to have to catch back up to this pack because all the guys he's got to pass are hanging out up there. Eric Thaler in that 15 car, most recent winner at the Charlotte Roval. Oh, an incident back here, and up into the air, and over goes the car number 16. That's Baker in the 16 car has gone up on his lid, and the caution is out. So big incident. And I believe that was Bob Baker in the number 16 car. Let's see a replay of the incident. Oh, him, and it looks like that's Huffman in the 29, who was just up front leading the race a little while ago. They get connected, and then another car gets collected down here on the apron. Can't see the number on that one. But here comes the 16 of Baker into the pits for some repairs. So it's still John Groh in the 95, pacing the field. And Matt Dyer in the 99 in the second spot. Followed by the number 18 of Joshua Anderson. So as we come out turn 4, let's see if any of these drivers are going to come into the pits. And it looks like they're all coming. So here we go, service for everyone here on lap 17. Looks like it will be everyone. And Groh is just coming to his pit stall. And every car is on pit road now. Here comes Groh exiting. Quick stop for John Groh, and look how far he's gotten out ahead of everyone else. Looks like second off is going to be the 85 of James Bowles. Here comes Napier, Dyer. Big jump for Eric Thaler in the 15 on pit road. Thaler all the way up to the 5th spot now. He was mired back in the second pack. But a quick pit stop for Thaler is going to move him into the top 5. So all the cars have pitted now, and it's John Groh who's going to hold on to the lead over James Bull, Matthew Dyer, and then Litherland, Thaler, Castor, Anderson, Napier, Anderson, and Thaler rounds out your top 10. Big fall for Lindstrom, who was hanging out in the top 5 all the way back to 11th on those pit stops. Bad stop for the 83 team. So look for look for Lindstrom to claw his way back through the field. Here we are looking at the 7 with that white roof. That's Chris Thaler. Now that the field is packed back together, we'll see if he's able to stick with the front pack this time. Maybe his son Eric will help him out. So lights still on the pace car.
Mic off.
So let's talk about our leader, John Groh, a bit more. Again, Groh, a rookie with 2 wins and 3 starts. Now his 2 wins came at tracks a bit different from this one. One at Darlington, and he's just kept this great throwback paint scheme. Love me some Chad Little.
Mic on.
And then he won at Richmond. So 2 tracks very different from this one.
Mic off.
And then a pretty bad showing at the Roval, but pretty much everyone not named Eric Thaler had a bad showing at the Roval. Thaler whipped the field. So now we got 1 lap left, and we'll go green on lap 20 of our 75-lap feature race. I call it a feature. Sorry, I come from karting, so I'm used to heats and features. If I call these cars karts more than once, don't be too surprised. I'm the announcer back home in Thompson, Ohio, at Thompson Kart Raceway. It's a 1/3 mile sprint road course. And a healthy club back home. I can't wait to get back there in April. Hang out with all the racers. So here comes John Groh in the 95 through turn 3. Alongside of him, James Bowles in the 85. Bowles in position right now to clinch his way into the chase. He comes in 11th in points, 11 over the cutoff line, so he can clinch by finishing 3rd or better, and that's without any bonus points. Alright, the pace car peels off. But remember, they got to come all the way around the tri-oval and past pit lane before they're going to see the start-finish line and the green flag. So it's Groh on the inside.
Green flag.
Into the Geico restart zone, and then the green flag's going to wave. First corner, and all the leaders have managed to get out in front uncontested so far. Now the fight for second is heated up, and it looks like Dyer's going to take it away from Bowles. 4th spot is Litherland, And then Eric Thaler in the 15. Getting into a freight train faster this time than last time. Still a couple cars trying to take the outside, but most of the field has gone single file. And through the tri-oval, Crow's gonna lead lap 21. There's Brent Brevak in the 31, a winner this season, and looking to punch his way. In fact, since we only have 22 cars in the field, Brent Brevak actually has clinched, making the chase, as has John Bates. Oh, it's going to be tight, though, with Robert Gast absent. He was 21 points over the cutoff. He was 29 points over the cutoff, and he could have clinched by finishing 21st. But since he won't score any points here today, will Gast fall out of the standings and lose his spot in the chase at the last moment? There's some good battling back here in the pack, side by side. Brevak jumps to the inside. Woo! Shuffling. Brevak is going to move up. And he's going to bring the 96 of Brandon Zandano with him. Zandano 10th in points and looking to make the chase. And if anything were to happen to Zandano, that would be disappointing for him, and he would think back to a couple of races ago at Martinsville. He was given a penalty, and he would hate to miss out on the chase, Mark Martin style. Of course, talking about Mark Martin losing the 1990 Cup Series championship to Dale Earnhardt on virtue of his penalty. Up at the front, it's Litherland who's taken the lead. And Eric Thaler right along with him. Chris Thaler has moved up into the 5th spot now. You see him on the outside, 4th in line. He's alongside the John Deere car of John Groh. And now, Thaler up into 4th. So Chris Thaler with everything to gain moves into the top 5. Lindstrom leading this pack over Brevak. This is the 2nd pack. And remember, Lindstrom was up there fighting with the leaders before the caution, and then had a bad pit stop. So he's showing he's got what it takes to lead the race. Right now, he's just mired to leading the 2nd pack. Castor's moved into the 3rd spot. It's Anthony Castor in the 88. Here's some 3 wide action. I think that's the 29 of Huffman on the bottom. Alongside car number 9. That's Haney. And I'm trying to figure out who's in the 20 car. It's not Josh Watts. Thanks to Race Control, Josh Watts helping me out here.
Mic on.
And he says that the 20 car that's Matt Mary, is that right? Oh, Tyler Shatler, sorry. So here's the battle at the front. It's Litherland in the 86 with Eric Thaler. by side back here in the pack. Three wide. Shatler, Haney, and on the inside, that black car. Can't quite make out the number. Litherland continuing to lead the way. And this is the second pack. See, Lindstrom's falling back to third in this pack now. And ahead of him have gotten Brent Brevak in the 31 and Brandon Danton now in 11. Good side-by-side fighting here throughout the field. But these guys back here, they really ought to try to get lined up and mount a charge back towards the front pack. The front pack has been single file for much more of this run, so they have driven away. Oh, we've got a crash, and it's the 3 car once again.
Can you look at those temps real quick, bud?
That's Simmons in the 3, and he's gonna hit the inside wall. So Simmons in the 3, some left side damage. Still trying to save the car. So we've got our third caution of the day here on lap 28. So we're past 1/3 of the running of this race. And Ben Litherland, your defending champion, leads the way. So everybody came in to pit on lap 17. Not sure whether we'll see them this time. Maybe some takers. So we'll keep an eye on. It's the pace car. Picks them up. Whether they pit. So it's Ben Litherland, your winningest driver in the series history, here in the 86 car. And he picks up the pace car down here in turn 3. Eric Thaler in the 15 in the second spot. Then Anthony Castor in the 88. Castor, one of the 5 drivers, locked into the chase already, as he sits 4th in points. But I think what Castor is thinking about is just ahead of him is Eric Thaler, and Castor only needs to score a couple of points to get past Thaler for the 3rd spot. And it looks like everybody's coming back to the pits again here on lap 29. So Litherland leads him down. And Castor's come to a stop. Here comes Thaler to his stop. And Litherland has found his place. You see Bowles and Chris Thaler finding their spots. That's Huffman, your pole sitter, who takes the 1st spot. But it's Litherland and Thaler who come back out in the same order that they were. Matthew Dyer is going to jump up to 3rd. Ahead of James Bowles, John Grove, Brent Brevak, Joshua Anderson, then Napier, Lindstrom, Castor, and Thaler. All right, a good stop for John Groh. Is going to move him back up into 4th spot. So he should be on the outside of, the 3rd spot. The 5th spot, so he'll be on the inside of row 3. He'll be alongside Brent Brevak. So row 1 on the restart, it's going to be Litherland and Thaler. Litherland's look very comfortable in the front. Nobody's really been able to challenge him. Got there. Though I think Eric Thaler has little motivation to make an attack yet. He's got really nothing to gain. He sits 3rd in points. He could hypothetically pick off Lindstrom in the points, but I think he's much more concerned about maintaining his place over Caster. Caster, a bad pit stop. He's going to drop all the way to 9th. He was 3rd coming in. Alright, so as they cross the stripe, the lights are going to turn off on the pace car. So we got one more lap till we see the green flag. So again, this is going to be the final cutoff race for our regular season championship for the Midwest Motorsports 2021 Cup Series season. We're live at Talladega Superspeedway, and we'll be back in 2 weeks coming from Atlanta Motor Speedway for the first chase race. And a second race in the chase will be at Phoenix. Beautiful track. I love the desert of Phoenix. I'm looking out at it right now, out my window. It's like Looney Tunes for real. And race number 3 of the chase is going to be back at Daytona. That's on March the 6th. A great variety of tracks in the chase. After that, they go to Watkins Glen in beautiful upstate New York. And they head back to Martinsville in Virginia. And then the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the tri-oval track, not the roval. And then they'll go to Darlington for the second time. And finally, our season championship will be settled at Bristol Motor Speedway on April the 10th. So the pace car comes in. Ben Litherland and Eric Thaler lead the charge towards the start-finish line, and the green flag is in the air. Great start for Litherland. We'll get just ahead of Thaler. Side by side for the 3rd spot. That's, I believe, Bowles. Here's Anderson and Chris Thaler. There's Lindstrom in the 83. 6th in line. Wants to stay with the front pack this time so he can lead some laps. He slided in behind that green and yellow car of John Guerrero. Here's a push on the outside towards the lead contact. Back here in the pack, it's Chris Thaler, along with, I think, that's the 85 car. And the 85's dropping now. So up here at the front, Litherland on the inside is going to lead the first lap back from the restart. And they're 2 by 2 up in the front pack. Leading them on the outside is Matthew Dyer, your championship points leader. And here comes a good charge on the outside. It's Dyer, Brevak, and Anderson there. And Litherland, Thaler, Grow, Lindstrom, Thaler, and Castor on the inside row. Litherland in a good position here. And a good push from the inside. But here comes Dyer on the outside. Can Dyer get up alongside? No, he can't quite get alongside of Litherland. He's got to put together a good side draft. He's got a good shot here as they come down the backstretch. Dyer edges ahead, but here comes the inside line again, pushing. Litherland glued to the yellow line. And it's a drag race. Who's going to lead this lap? An incident in the back of the pack. Around goes the 27 car. And wow, everybody just misses him as he's in the middle of the track. Woo, that was close for John Bates in the 27 car.
Mic on.
Bates, was turned by the 29 of Huffman. So contact between Huffman and Bates, and look how close Schattler in the 20 is to hitting him on the, making it around the outside. A couple of other cars spin around trying to avoid the 27. So Bates is going to get away really without any damage. Might need to grab some tires, as they're probably flat spotted. And here we are looking at Bates. Doesn't look like there's any serious damage on the car. But it's going to drop him all the way back to 19th on the grid. Now Bates has clinched, making the chase.
Mic off.
He was your pole sitter. But here he is, stuck in the back of the pack. Looks like we're going to have some takers on pit road. Here they come. Couple cars are staying out, mostly from the back of the pack. But here on lap 35, we have pit stops under yellow. That's going to put Litherland back into the lead and Thaler back into second. Now it's Schattler up into third, along with Simones, who stayed out. So that's the 20 car of Schattler. And the 74 of Simones. Haven't gotten to say that name all day. He's actually in the Austin Dillon car, the Dale Earnhardt throwback. We see John Grow in the 95. He'll be the first one off of pit lane, followed by Carl Lindstrom. And I think that's Matthew Dyer, yes, in the 7th spot, right behind Lindstrom. So Dyer and Lindstrom, your top two in the points, have seen quite a bit of each other already here at Talladega. If you're enjoying the show, go check out our website at midwest-motorsports.com. Currently running 2 race series. We have our Cup Series that you're watching now every Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. That's 4 Pacific. You get real good at knowing time zones once you're in Arizona. And we run our Xfinity Series class every Saturday at 6 Eastern. Also have a touring car series that's going to be getting started up soon. Head over to the website. You can find out more info about that. Sign up. Buy some Midwest Motorsports merch. I'm thinking about one of those trucker hats. Ben Litherland here in the 86, representing the most wins of any driver in Midwest Motorsports history. And on the outside is Eric Thaler, the owner and operator of Midwest Motorsports. And he's not just a figurehead, he is out here putting on a show with these guys, hanging out in the front pack in that beautiful Wood Brothers paint scheme. They're getting lined up double file for the restart, which we should see this time by. What is that, a Marcos Ambrose paint scheme on the 86 car? It looks like the 9 car that Ambrose drove to Victory Lane a couple of times at Watkins Glen. I might be wrong though, it might be Matt Kenseth. All those DeWalt paint schemes. But it's Ben Litherland in the 86 driving it today. So they're your front row, Litherland and Thaler. And row 2 is going to have Simones and Schattler. Row 3 is Groh and Lindstrom. The pace car is heading into the pits this time. And Litherland will lead them again to the restart. Is Litherland going to get a good start, as all the leaders have so far here today? We're halfway at Talladega, and we're going to see the green flag here. Already a third row forming up in the back. Litherland, a great start. He gets pretty far out ahead of Thaler, a car length between them. Not always the best thing at Talladega to build a big lead. 3 wide through the pack. Castor in the middle. Haney in the middle. Here comes John Groh leading the second row. Up into the third or fourth spot now. Good push from Schattler on the tail of Eric Thaler. Woo! Squirrely on the inside, back in the pack, going through turn 4. And Litherland's going to continue to lead. John Groh, that first car on the outside. In the 4th row. He's going to slap back in behind Matthew Dyer. Here's Simones in the 3 car, and Carl Lindstrom in the 83, now leading the charge on the outside. Litherland continuing to pace the field, but Schattler thinking about going to the outside of Thaler. Thinks better of it. There's Groh with a move to the outside. 3 wide for Simones and Brevak with Lindstrom in the middle. So it's 3 cars nose to tail at the front. And then about a kart length and a half back to Dyer in 4th. And then it's Henderson in the 5th spot. Litherland leads another lap, and there is a bonus point for leading the most laps. I think Litherland's got it right now. Though Lindstrom has also led a lot of laps, and here he comes up into the 3rd lane. Alongside, he's going to put John Groh in the middle, and going to get shuffled all the way back. So Lindstrom and Napier on the outside. Oh, and they're a little tied up together. That's going to slow them down a bit. John Groh is going to drop all the way to the very back of the line. Now, unlike the previous 2 restarts we had, the whole field has stayed in one pack this time. A very competitive time here, just past halfway. 42 laps complete. Oh, Groh with some contact down the backstretch. All the way in the back, Groh with some contact. That's going to knock him out of this pack unless he can maintain the draft. But look at that gap. That is 10, 15 car lengths back to John Groh in the 95, who's been hanging out at the front. And again, he started 3 races here in Midwest Motorsports. He won 2 of them. So Groh is going to have to hope for another caution so he can rejoin the field. Still Litherland and Thaler in the front. Now Lindstrom and Napier on the outside have made it up to the 3rd spot. And Lindstrom's going to go to the outside of Thaler and come up here to challenge Litherland for the lead. So Lindstrom and Litherland side by side at the front. And now Lindstrom's going to edge ahead. And now Lindstrom commandingly, he's going to jump to the inside ahead of Litherland. And move over Carl Lindstrom, who won at the Super Speedway at Daytona to start the year. He's now your leader at Talladega. So now Litherland 2nd, Thaler in 3rd, and Napier in the 45 on the outside, scored in 4th. And now Napier, a great long run down the backstretch. And he's going to get back up alongside Lindstrom, who he's been pushing for a long time. And he must feel a little betrayed that Lindstrom jumped to the inside line rather than let Napier keep pushing him. And Napier says, well then, I'll play that game too. Let me try to take the lead this time. We kind of lost the push from the 85 though. It doesn't matter. He's still going to lead the lap. Give a bonus point to Napier. That's Marcus Napier in the 45. Your new leader. And 2 by 2 behind him. It's Lindstrom in the 83. On the outside is the 95. And I believe that is... I got a list. I got to scroll a long way to 95.
Mic on.
Oh, that's Brandon Zandano on the outside line. I think that's the 85. So the inside line is Lindstrom, Litherland, and Thaler. And the outside is Napier, Zandano, and now Haney in the has moved up to join the battle. Nathan Haney in the 9. Haven't gotten to talk about him very much in the, I think that's a Jeff Gordon throwback paint scheme. Great charge from Napier this time, but here comes the inside line, gaining a lot of momentum through the tri-oval. And I think Lindstrom's going to get back to the inside of Napier as they make turn 1. Still side by side throughout the first 15 cars. Here's a jump to the outside for Zandano. Zandano was thinking about the lead, and the outside line kind of collapses with that move. So Napier's going to drop to the bottom in front of Lindstrom. So now it's Zandano and Haney on the outside, but they've fallen all the way back to 6th. And now Zandano continues to drop. Zandano pretty close to the cutoff line. He needs a good showing today. So the front 6 are now single file. Excuse me, the front 5 back to James Bowles. And then 2 by 2 through the field. Zandano and Schattler side by side. Pushed by Haney, and I think that's Dyer in the 99 on the inside. Zandano's going to jump to the inside, ahead of Schattler. And he'll be the 6th car in line. That makes Haney the outside line leader now. And the outside line is coming apart. And they're coming up on some lap traffic here. That's the 16. That car flipped earlier in the show. Oh, some contact for the 5th, the 6th spot. It's Schattler and Zandano. That's going to let the top 5 break away a couple car lengths. Oh, and Schattler's dropped off the pace. I think he's coming to pit lane. So Schattler, after that contact, he's come to pit lane. There's 26 laps to go here. I don't think you can make it from here. Still, Napier out front in the number 45 car. And oh, some contact. Oh no, Lindstrom is going to go around. Carl Lindstrom trying to take the championship points lead away. He's crashed into the inside wall. And it looks like Chris Thaler in the 7 involved in the incident as well. Thaler on the outside of the cutoff, trying to make it into the championship. Thaler involved in the incident. Oh, right at the front of the pack, Lindstrom was running 2nd, and here you see it. Some contact with Litherland. And Lindstrom's gonna take a ride and hit the inside wall pretty hard. And up here on the outside, we'll see Chris Thaler going by as well. And I think Thaler got a piece of the wall as well. Here's the view for Chris Thaler. Down on the inside, trying to take it easy, and just locks up the brakes. Locks it up, and he's going to hit the outside wall here. And that's a hard crunch for the 7. So bad luck for 2 of the drivers with something to gain here today. Lindstrom looking to take the regular season championship away from Matthew Dyer, who's going to take over the second spot that Lindstrom had inhabited until the spin. And heartbreak for Chris Thaler. Minding his own business, trying to hang out and crash, and
My God.
ends up on the cold part of the racetrack and spins it out. So now pit stops. Looks like everybody is going to come into the pits. So working the yellow flag with 25 laps to go. We're 2/3 of the way through the race. And Matthew Dyer is going to win the race off pit road. Ahead of Schattler, Zandano, Napier, and Haney. So Dyer, the points leader. Now your race leader. Looking to earn his 6th race win of the season. So up on the Midwest Motorsports website, we've got a list of the all-time winners. And once again, your winningest driver up to now has been Ben Litherland in the 86, but all 7 of his victories came last year, none this season. So Litherland slightly involved in that crash. Now he's back in the 16th position. So Litherland, with his 7 wins, is the winningest driver in the series history. He's followed closely by Logan Truitt, who is not here racing with us tonight, but 3rd place on this list is Matt Dyer with his 5 victories. So if Dyer can win today, he'll put himself within 1 win of leading the all-time list. So working the caution here. Thanks again for watching. We're watching Midwest Motorsports on iRacing. Live from Talladega Super Speedway in the virtual world. Our leaders, Matt Dyer in the number 99. And on the outside is Brandon Zandano in the 96. Zandano, one of the drivers, trying to make the chase. Dyer here better take it easy as he's pulled up next to the pace car. And the lights are out on the pace car, so we should see the restart when they come back around. So it's Dyer, Zandano on row 1, then Schattler and I think on row 3 is that Huffman back there in the 29 who was involved in the crash earlier. It is, yeah. So Huffman's climbed back through the field. Then it's Anderson, Henderson, Anderson, Lindstrom, despite the spin. Still 9th on the track. Then Simone's, Brevak, Groh, Napier, and Chris Thaler. And here comes the pace car, peels off onto pit lane. And Matt Dyer, looking for his 6th victory, is going to lead him down to the stripe. There will be 22 laps to go when they see the green flag. And we're racing again. Alright, so here they come down into the first corner, and Zandano with a great run on the outside. All the previous restarts, the inside line has gotten the lead on the start, but this time Zandano is giving a great challenge to Matt Dyer, and he's got a better push than Dyer. He's got Haney on his tail. So here comes Haney and Zandano. They've been working together for a while, since Lindstrom dropped off of Zandano's pushing. And now it's Zandano who's made it up to the front. And they've brought along the 18 of Anderson. And Dyer's finally going to get a spot all the way back in 5th behind the 2 Andersons. That's the 18 of Joshua Anderson and the 28 of Steven Anderson. On the outside, great run from John Groh on this restart. He's leading Napier, and it's going to be 3 wide here at the front of the pack. Zandano and Haney on the inside. And then I think this is the 2 Andersons in the middle, 3 wide for the lead. Along the outside, here comes John Groh. Great push in this 3rd lane that's suddenly formed up. And now Anderson and Groh are going to fight for the lead here. And across the line, it's going to be Anderson who leads the lap, so he'll earn a bonus point. And they've sorted it out to just 2 by 2 now. Ooh, a little squirrely between Litherland and Napier, but they sort it out. But John Groh ahead of him is disappointed to miss out on the push down this backstretch, as the Andersons take the lead. Steven in the 28, pushing along Joshua in the 18. Zandano and Haney managed to settle into 3rd and 4th in the inside line. Groh still heading up the outside lane, now from Napier and Litherland. Down on the apron just a hair is Brandon Zandano in the 96. He collects it. Back to the yellow line again, unfazed. Oh, some contact for 2nd and 3rd as Anderson and Groh get together here on the backstretch. They're both going to keep going, and now Groh is going to go around off the bumper of Anderson, and he's going to get collected by the 31 of Brevak. The yellow's out, and huge error now for John Groh. John Groh, a wicked crash in turn 3 at Talladega. And your leader has turtled it. Sure looks like a turtle with that green and yellow paint scheme. And oh, it was right in the front of the pack that it happened too. Groh had been leading the outside, and he tried to come down over Joshua Anderson, and Anderson held his line, and Groh went around. And Groh pays the bigger price for it. That's going to sort out to put Marcus Napier in the 45 into the lead. And Ben Litherland, who needs a good day here today, is 2nd ahead of Bowles. And the Andersons get shuffled to 4th and 5th. Then Zandano, Huffman, Shatler, Haney drops to 9th, and then Simone's in 10th. So some cars we've seen at the front Lindstrom all the way back in 16th. Groh all the way back to 19th. Bad luck for some leaders here. All right, with 18 laps to go, here they come down onto the pit lane, and they should be able to make it from here. But a couple cars are going to stay out. Napier's going to stay out. It looks like Schattler's going to stay out. So a couple of drivers gambling here. It looks like the 77 has stayed out.
Mic on.
Oh, the 77 has gotten the lucky dog. And that is Kevin Mayer.
Mic off.
So the huge crash for John Groh brings out the yellow flag here at Talladega. And now with 17 laps to go, it looks like the restart will be around 15 laps remaining. So it's Napier from Schattler. Schattler's really shown up here in the second half of this race. But it's really the drivers behind them we've been keeping an eye on the most, as there's a handful of drivers fighting for a spot in the chase, including third place Ben Litherland and Jason Bowles. Bowles in the fourth spot, and then Brandon Zandano in fifth, also fighting, and then Huffman in sixth, the fighter. Thaler locked in, he's in seventh. Dyer, the points leader, all the way back to 11th. Chris Thaler, who's trying to make it in, is back in 16th. Carl Lindstrom back in 17th, your Daytona 500 win. A Daytona 500 and Brickyard 400 winner. So across the stripe. And now the lights have gone off on the Ford Mustang pace car. Thanks again for watching Midwest Motorsports on iRacing. The Cup Series live from Talladega. It's Marcus Napier in the 45, your current leader. And lots of championship implications here in the cutoff race for the chase. Ben Litherland's put himself in a good position to make the chase. He's run up here near the front the whole day. He's really got to worry about Chris Thaler, but Thaler is stuck back in the teens. And as the action has ramped up, I'm not sure how much I want to be back there in the pack. I think I'd rather be where Litherland is right now. But then I say that right after the leader has just crashed out. And John Groh has gone a lap down, back in the 19th position. So unless we get another caution and Groh can get the lucky dog, then it would be a tall order for Groh to win his third of fourth starts. 50-50 is a pretty good record, though. So Marcus Napier is leading him off of turn 4. And we should see the Ford Mustang pace car drop off, and here it goes. So it's Napier from Shatler on the front row. Then Litherland and Bowles. So, through the tri-oval, they come down to look for the green flag, and they'll see it with 16 laps to go. Great start from Napier, it looks like. Indeed, Litherland has stuck right with him. Zandano has grabbed the third spot. And now the front 5 carts have broken away. There I go, calling them carts again. So Marcus Napier, your leader in the number 45. 3 wide back here. It's Simones next to Shatler, who's already dropped from 2nd on the start back to 7th. And that's side by side. We've seen these two side by side a lot today. And as they battle, that's letting the front 6 get away. So it looks like we're going to have 2 packs again. And John Groh is already back in the wall again in the tri-oval. Napier leads lap 15. And oh, Shatler's going to go into the wall off of Simone's right side. So Shatler from 2nd on the restart. He's dropped. Now the 27 has climbed. And that's John Bates in that car. Close quarters racing here back in the pack. Those front 6 have stayed single file, and they've been able to clear this pack. With Simones and then Bates. Huffman here in the fight. Still Marcus Napier, unchallenged at the front. As this backpack is dicing. And this outside line is starting to look stronger and stronger. A lot of these drivers are ones who've had issues today. Huffman, Lindstrom, Simones in 2 separate incidents. Here's Groh, who was your leader. Now he's the first car 1 lap down. And he is charging to the front of this pack. Oh, as Huffman's going to go around. And a car with big air. Up and over on its lid. And the yellow flag's going to come back out with 12 laps remaining. Oh, it was Huffman initially got sideways. And I'm not sure which car it was that went up and over. I think it was the 28 of Anderson. That's Steven Anderson. And remember, Anderson was up near the front. Both the Andersons were working together, Joshua and Steven Anderson. And remember, they were 3 wide at the front for a minute, and then they had that incident with John Groh. And as John Groh went off the bumper of Joshua Anderson and flipped over and over in the air, now just the same, Steven Anderson, after the incident with Huffman, has also flipped over. So we've seen 3 cars on their lids here at Talladega. Still Marcus Napier in the 45. Completely unchallenged on that run. And Ben Litherland in the 2nd spot as they pick up the pace car. And it looks like Napier, as he stayed out on the last yellow, he's going to be forced to come in now with 10 laps to go. So Napier had been comfortably leading, but he's going to be back in the pack for this restart with less than 10 laps to go. While Ben Litherland, the winningest driver in series history, is going to try to add on to his total. He's got a couple of hungry chasers behind him, though. Brandon Zandano and Jason Bowles, winless this season. And Jason Crow, you see going around the outside. He's your lucky dog. So Jason Crow, who came from the back and charged to the front of the second pack, now he's back on the lead lap, and he's going to be regrouped as they take the restart. So can Crow get back into the conversation here? Maybe he can make it 3 out of 4 after all. But Litherland has been pretty hard to pass when he's gotten up to the front. Eric Thaler up to the 4th spot. And again, Thaler in a tight fight for the 3rd spot in the points. He came in just ahead of Anthony Castor. And Castor is still outside the top 10. Shout out to Chris Thaler, who's made it back to the 6th spot after he was involved in the crash with Carl Lindstrom just a handful of laps ago. Thaler, who needs to have a good day to make the chase, has gotten back into the conversation. All right. So Litherland, your leader. Some great cars have gone a lap down. Schattler and Anderson were challenging, but Anderson after the big crash. Schattler involved as well. Lindstrom has led a bunch of laps. He's mired near the back. Castor is not doing enough to take away 3rd in the points. And Schattler, Baker, Anderson, Mayer, and Lavson are all a lap down or more. Lights out on the pace car, so next time around we'll see the green flag. We should have 8 laps to go. And I'm not sure if we've seen the last of the yellow flag here. And I don't think we do green-white checkers.
Mic
Correct
on.
me if I'm wrong. We do, okay.
Mic off.
So, possibility of a green-white checker if we get another caution, but for now, I think Ben Litherland is hoping he can get a good restart and drive away with this one. He's going to have to depend on a good push from right behind him is going to be Jason Bowles in the 85. The front 2 on the outside are Brandon Zandano in the 96 and Eric Thaler in the 15. Row 3 is going to see the 18 of Anderson alongside Matt Dyer. And unless Lindstrom can come through with something, it looks like Matt Dyer is on his way to the regular season championship. But anything can happen as we're coming to the restart with 8 laps to go. And Dyer, he really just needs to take it home in one piece so he can earn top honors for the regular season. All right, so Litherland and Zandano gonna lead them through the tri-oval. And the flag is up.
Green flag.
And the Midwest Motorsports cutoff race for the 2021 season is green with 8 laps to go. Litherland with a huge jump on the start. Bowles is going to get up into the second spot. But if Bowles and Zandano can put together a good run here, maybe they can freight train past Litherland in the 86. And that's just what happens. Litherland's getting shuffled. He's going to stick to the inside line, but here goes Bowles and Zandano and Dyer up ahead of him. And all 3 of those cars are going to clear the top 3 from the bottom lane. Really bad start from Litherland. And it's going to cost Eric Thaler as well. It's going to cost Chris Thaler too, as Thaler drops from 6th to, it looks like, 8th spot now. But he's got a great push from Marcus Napier. And now the outside line's starting to form up. Eric Thaler's going to take it. Litherland's thinking about it. And now Bates here is thinking about it as well. Comes Litherland and Thaler. Chris Thaler's going to the outside. Napier's, dicing to try to come with him, and Thaler ends up just dropping back in line. All right, so we've sorted it out now. Litherland and Thaler, so close. Some contact front to back between them. And now Zandano is going to drop to the back, to the outside, and a car's going to go around, I think. That's the 18 of Anderson spinning in turn 3. Right out of the front pack, he goes around and makes a lot of contact with the wall. And that is the 18 of Anderson. That's Joshua Anderson, 2 Andersons in this race. And Anderson came in 9th in the points. Just 26 over the cut line. So it could spell disaster for Anderson's race. Now, I think Anderson was close enough in points to the absent Robert Gast that he should be able to leapfrog over Gast even with this crash. So I think Anderson should be safely into the chase. Focus here on Chris Thaler in the 7. Hoping to make it in at the last moment. So with 6 laps to go, do you pit? Let's see if we have any takers here. And I don't think so. You're looking at a restart with 4 laps to go. Maybe somebody in the back is a taker. Grab some fresh rubber. Nobody back to the top 10. Look at John Groh. After the giant flip, he's still in the conversation. So now it's the 85 of James Bowles, and he came in here 11th in points. So this is a great run. Bowles winless this season, as is Litherland behind him, and then Dyer and Thaler, 6 wins between them. Just saw our lucky dog come around, and that was Anderson in the 18, I think.
Mic on.
Excuse me, it's the 77, a mare who went around for the lucky dog.
Mic off.
So he'll get to rejoin. He gets 1 of his laps back. Back to just 1 lap down. Maybe he could get onto the lead lap before the end of this thing. So now it's 5 laps remaining here at Talladega Superspeedway in the cutoff race for what's going to be the Midwest Motorsports 2021 season chase. And we're into the 2022 calendar year now, but we start this season late in the year in 2021. So technically still the 21 season. So it's Bowles in the 85, Litherland in the 86, Dyer, your points leader, in the 99, Thaler in the 15, Zandano in the 96, then Napier in the 45, Chris Thaler in the 7 and 7th, Brent Brevak in the 31 and 8th, John Groh back to 9th after the crash, and Nathan Haney rounds out your top 10 in the number 9 car. Hey, I called them cars and not carts that time, yes. It's my first race as the commentator here for the Midwest Motorsports Series, and I'm having a blast, and thinking I'm going to stick around and see what happens through the playoffs. Help develop some personalities for these drivers behind the wheel. Let you know more about them. But for now, we're going to focus on these last, what will be a 3-lap shootout at Talladega. Can we see the checkered flag in those 3 laps, or will we have a caution again?
Mic on.
We're looking at a clock, too. The clock runs out, the race will end, so we'll keep a close eye on that and let you know. But for now, the lights are out on the pace car, and we're going to see a restart. I think not. We might see the end right here. Enough caution laps. Maybe this is the end. Maybe James Bowles is going to take home his first checkered flag of the season. Coming around, not sure if we'll see the restart as we're running on a race clock here. But the Ford Mustang pace car is set to peel off here. And James Bowles and Ben Litherland are going to lead them through the tri-oval. All right, here they come. The green flag's in the air. And no, the checkered flag is in the air, and James Bowles is going to take home his first victory of the Midwest Motorsports 2021 season and lock himself into the chase for the championship. Ben Litherland in the 86 will come in second right on his tail and lock himself into the chase as well. So it's James Bowles in the number 85 Ford, your winner. And Bowles just ran a clean race the whole way. Most of the first half of the race he was hanging out in the back half of the field, but he worked his way forward through the course of the event and finally made it to the front just in time for the yellow flag to wave. So James Bowles came in on the bubble. The two who needed to win the most, Bowles and Litherland, finish 1-2 to clinch their spots in the chase. And Bowles is going to burn it down. All right, James Bowles channeling his inner Kevin Harvick here on the front stretch of Talladega. I don't know if Harvick ever did it quite that way. But it's James Bowles in the 85-year winner here at Talladega. He's followed closely by the 86 of Ben Litherland. And then Matthew Dyer, who's gonna take home the regular season championship in the number 99 car. Congratulations, Mr. Dyer. You've won it. Fourth place is gonna go to your most recent winner before this, Eric Thaler in the 15. Then it's Marcus Napier in the 45. A great race for Napier, led a bunch of laps. Then it's Brandon Zandano in the 96. Followed by Brent Brevak in the 31. Not sure if 8th place is going to be enough for Chris Thaler to move into the chase. We'll have to crunch the numbers. Then John Bates in 9th. Anthony Castor comes home in 10th. He'll still finish 4th in the championship. Carl Lindstrom led a lot of laps, but got into an incident and fell back to the 11th spot. And then it's Chris Simones, followed by Brandon Henderson, Jason Huffman, then John Groh, and then Joshua Anderson, Nathan Haney, who was charging near the end, falls back to the 17th spot. And then, finally, it's the number 77 of Mayer, back in the 18th spot. So Bowles, your winner in the 85, takes the lead as the yellow flag is coming out and wins as time expires. So Bowles will be one of your chasers. So, gonna have to do some math before we can settle out how the points all worked out. But we will be back for our next race for the Midwest Motorsports Series 2 weeks from today. And we'll be racing at the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway. It'll be the first race of the chase. And all these drivers will be trying to put in a good showing. Try to go win a championship. All other points will be reset back to basically 1,000. Your championship points winner, Matt Dyer, will get 1,000 points to start. And then second place, Carl Lindstrom, he'll have 990. Eric Thaler and third will have 998, and so on. Plus, they'll get to keep some bonus points that they earned throughout the season. So thanks again, everybody, for watching the Midwest Motorsports race from here at Talladega Super Speedway. I'm Eleanor Magdolna, and I'm your announcer here for the first time. Big thanks to everyone who makes the race possible. Eric Thaler, who's our owner and creator for all the content for the series. Ben Litherland, who does the points. Anthony Castor, who does the rules. John Bates, who's done the scheduling. And personally, I'd like to thank Josh Watt so much. He's been running race control, running the live, and he's been on the headset feeding me info as I'm learning about this cast of characters here for the race. So, once again, I'm Eleanor Magdolna, and I'm signing off from here at Talladega. Thanks for watching Midwest Motorsports on iRacing. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Atlanta. Take care.